Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Keystone Outback 324 CG toy hauler travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration on your campsite. First, your awning. Be plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered. And then your deck door. Be plenty of room for that to come out on this side. On your off-camp side, I want you to think about your slides. The two slides here, living room and bedroom slides. Be plenty of room for them to come in and out unhindered. Preferably nothing hanging over top of them. Then I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord is going to plug in at the very rear of the unit. Then your docking station is going to be right behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you're going to do is unhook your hitch. If your hitch is all done, we're going to level our unit. We've got this auto leveling system. I'm going to turn this on. On your home screen, you have auto mode, manual mode, or tongue jack mode. We're going to start out in tongue jack mode. We're going to retract. That's going to raise up your tongue. Excuse me, extend is going to raise up your tongue, get it off your hitch. So you got that off hitch. You can go to manual mode. Go back to our home screen. You go to manual mode and you can extend or retract the stabilizing jacks. Or you go to auto mode and simply hit auto level. When you hit auto level, all your auto leveling system will fall down. Once you've got them down, got your unit level and stable, next thing we do is hook up our power and water. Again, your 50 amp cord is hooked up all the way in the back of the unit. Plugs in right there. At the end of that 50, should you need it, is a 50 to 30 amp reducer. A lot of parts are 30 amp. And then if you ever need to plug in at home, a 30 to 110 comes in your convenience pack as well. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. So your docking station on the back of the door here. Once your door is up, go ahead and take this flap and flip it down. That'll hold your door open. Here it tells what to do. Tank fill for fresh water, city is down. Point that down. Water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce your water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting water in here. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. So over on your campsite, just left of your entry doorway, is your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, this should lift right off here, is make sure our drain plug's back in. Get your rod back in there, get that in there nice and tight, then you can go ahead and turn on your water over there. Now if your water's been on a while, go inside, open up your water spigots. Once water's flowing out of there, no more air in the lines, shut them off and you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There is an on-off electric element right here. The only time you ever want to turn this on here, as well as indoors, is if you're hooked up to 110. Otherwise, just turn it on indoors. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. There's a couple reset valves here. Come on and see if they're popped up. If they are, just press them back in. And then your pressure release valve up here. So let's say you're going to go camping and you're not going to use city water. You're going to go boondocking, as they call it. In that case, we're just going to fill up our fresh water tank. Come back around to your docking station. Turn this to fresh or tank fill. And then simply fill it up. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks and your battery. There's also a button for fresh water. Hold that down and it'll tell you when this is full. Once it is, you can unhook your hose. And then remember, for potable water or freshwater tank, you're gonna have to turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, that about hooks you up for camping with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Here, your docking station is the key to this, the 751 key. A black tank flush, which we'll talk about when we dump our tanks. City water connect and a spray port. There's a hose back here in storage for that spray port. So here is a gray tank. You have a black tank up there. There's your freshwater drain. In your storage here is your hose for that spray port. All of your hitch work, and it looks like you've already gotten a Y for your dumping. On the back is a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check the seams of your roof. Maintain your roof. Maintain the life of your trailer. Caulk your seams as needed. You have a storage rack. Separate entryway. Your awning is on a pitch control. Your picnic table set up down there. It's raining. Simply pull down on this pitch adjust and it'll tilt all the rain down to this end or the other way, which is more likely the way this is set up here. You have a couple of 110s here. This is access to the back of your fridge. Say flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace to clear that, it'll get rather warm. And do not have anything blocking it. Your outdoor speakers. Again, your hot water heater. Your garage door, we'll come back to that in a moment. You have a docking light out here as well. Your propane does have a cover. Comes on a regulator. Lefty loosey to open, simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Battery posts, check your battery posts now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time as you're going down the road. And finally over here, you're prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. And lastly, on your garage, you have a couple of vents. This one here and up there. You push in from out indoors, push out from indoors, and it'll vent the garage area. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look inside your unit. First thing I like to point out coming in any unit is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. So coming around inside your unit now. I just want to mention on your awning, when you run that out, you want to run it out just till that flap falls down to 90 degrees. It will extend past that, so keep an eye on it as you run it out. Coming into your kitchen area, you're starting here with your self-explanatory microwave. Down below that is a fan and a light for your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light, turn this to light, hit your spark, and there's your flames. Same thing in the oven. Turn this to light, hit your flame here to light it, and then set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. Your Dometic fridge, pretty much two settings. Turn that on and you're on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. Lift this up to be running strictly off gas. If this check light comes on, it means your gas is low. Coming into the hallway here, there's an LTE Wi-Fi router. You have to subscribe to that. Here's your thermostat. Turn your air on here. That's turned on. I'll go down here to your control panel. There's your AC. Shut that off real quick. Oops, get to off. Now you notice the AC fan will shut off kind of quickly. Now when I turn on heat, Show you the heat's working. The heat kicks on. You'll notice when I shut the heat off, it takes a few minutes for the fan for the heater to shut off. It does on all units. So here we have control panel. There's your brand new battery. There's your freshwater button I said you can hold down when using potable water, or filling your potable water. Black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using that potable water. Water heater turns on here if using electric, here if just using gas. Ceiling, awning and night light on your porch. Your glide controls. Your awning. I had it extended. I'm going to go ahead and retract it. Let you see that coming in. One thing I do want to mention on your awning is your entry doorway will block that arm over there, so make sure your entry doorway is closed at least halfway before opening up your awning. That ran in the rest of the way. Down here are other control panels for other slide rooms. These are your glide controls. We'll run them in shortly. On the floor down here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mentioned this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are boondocking somewhere, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. In your bathroom, for travel, make sure that your shower doors are snap closed. You have 110 with GFCI reset in here, a fan, and a light. You will have to hand crank open that fan. Come back in your bedroom. Lighting here to the right. I've walked through and shut these all off individually, which is nice because you can do this and go ahead and shut off all of them except for one at night. Separate AC unit back here. Crank that up. Lighting underneath your bed. Prepped for a TV back here. Cable or satellite hookup. USB ports and 110 here. Your separate entry doorway. Again, for travel, make sure that this bedroom door is snapped open. Coming up here to your television. If I can find your remotes here. Oh, here they are. Turn that on. While that's coming on, you have a hide bed here. Your table here will fold down. You put it down onto those lower brackets there. Use the short leg, and this will go ahead and make into a bed as well. Turn your TV on here. There we go, hit the power button. There's your TV working. Shut that back off. Come down here to your Furrion sound system. There's a remote for that as well. So dual zoned. Music outdoors, indoors, or both. AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, CD player. Nice system. Fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and make it brighter or dimmer. But the biggest thing, folks, is the heat. Crank your heat up on this thing in the morning or evening when it's chilly. Instead of using your gas up, go ahead and use the park's electricity to warm it up in here. This will get it toasting here in no time. Come back into your garage area. Shut more lights off back here. Here's those vents I was talking about. Simply push those out and that'll vent this out if you get toys in here and gas fumes. Your top bunk area will pop up. Same thing for your bottom bunk. That will fold up against the wall and bring your legs up. And your garage door will open up from the outside. You can also prep for a television back here. Your tie down straps. Another fire extinguisher back here in your garage area. Before closing the unit up, let me go ahead and step out and show you how to open up this garage. Fairly simple process. Lift and turn your handles. That will unlock them. And simply pull it down. Once it's down, lay your metal strap down. Bring it back around and lock them back in. Alright, so let's act like we leave the campsite now and close the unit up. I like to come to my control panel, shut off my ceiling lights, then I can walk through, see any individual lighting that I needed to shut off. Oh, there's accent lighting there. So these are all individuals. And lastly, that one. Garage is all still lit up. So once I went through and shut off all the individual lights I see on, I can turn back on my ceiling lights and say doors and drawers. Make sure that all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. TV is back in its straight position. You do have a swivel on that. Once that's ready, let's go to glide room number 1 down here on the left. That's going to be your bedroom. Again, make sure all your doors and drawers are closed in there. Everything is picked up around the bed. Again, just nothing to impede your slides from coming in. There's our living room slide. Notice you have to step forward quite a bit to be able to get to this. And shut off our ceiling lights. Exit the unit. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. Steps will fold up and in. We're going to unhook our cable, our water, and our power. We are hooked up to a campsite. There's our freshwater drain over there. Or no, there's our campsite drains over on the other side. Dump both those. Freshwater tank, if you're boondocking, dump that. Come back around to your hot water heater again. We're going to open up a pressure release valve. That's going to release all the rest of the hot water out of your hot water heater. Drop that down and pull your drain plug. So you put your door back on. Come back up to our hitching system. Turn that back on. We're going to go to auto mode and retract. Well, it's not going to show retract because they're not extended right now, but you'll hit retract and that'll bring them back up. And then you'll go to tongue retract. That'll make sure that you are on your tow vehicle and it'll set that down for you. Hitch is hooked up. Head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. You do have a Y. You have one hose here. Your dumps are on both sides of your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Gonna hook up, and the first thing you're gonna pull is your black tank. It's gonna be your rear right one. Now after that sounds like it's no longer draining, leave that handle open. Come up here to your tank flush. Again, water pressure regulator and the hose at the dump station. Put that handle open. Turn that on for a good 5 minutes. That's gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook that hose. Close that black handle. Pull the next handle to the left. That's gonna be a gray tank. And then you're gonna come down and lastly pull this gray tank. Now these are gonna be all your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. And you are going to conveniently and sanitarily just store your sewage hose right in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Outback for many years to come. Happy camping.